netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the air yet again. Watson over the middle. Open is Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Richmond.
3rd and 2. Watson. The catch made by Miller. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me. I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Watson going to sneak it, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson taking it in, and the Texans have taken the early lead. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front, have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Hey, gotta go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It'll be a loss of 13 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Come back.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Out of the gun, Watson. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. And past the 40 before he's out of 18, and it moves the chains.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson looks to throw again. Dumps it complete to Miller. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Come back, come back. Richmond.
On first down, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This is Howard on 2nd down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now Trubisky to throw. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Tiger!
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football.
Black, got it up, Billy.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, Watson going deep for Hopkins. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Here's Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Black, got it up, Billy. Down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Richmond.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. In for the score. And the Texans will extend their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Watson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Watson now to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Back to throw, Watson. And he finds his man, Griffin. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down. Now it's Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was completed.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Richmond. Come back.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2.
Reset.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here.
They've got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there of 22. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Parkey's kick is good. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. As they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Khalil Mack coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. To throw on 2nd is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And down to the 36-yard line here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Caught here by Griffin. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Here's Trubisky to throw. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Kareem Jackson, there defensively.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Trubisky will throw. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Again, it's Trubisky, forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Dancing to his left. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
4 down, 4 down. Lock in, lock in.
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On third down, that's Cohen. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Another stop on third down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Lock in, lock in. Hey, gotta go, gotta go. Banjo, banjo, banjo. Blue, blue, blue. Gotta go, gotta go.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears cut into that lead. And that was just an old-fashioned scramble play, 4th and goal. And he willed his team into the end zone.
And I just don't know how, on the other side of the ball, you keep your composure. You account for everything. You defend everything. And this guy finds a way to make a play on you. Can you tell? That just agitates me a little bit as a former defender.
I know your hands are shaking. And now out comes Houston. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Reset, reset, reset.
Again, it's Miller. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they take possession, 2-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
3 down. 180. Blue, blue.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky trying to lay one up deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 43 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about The high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays, doesn't matter what spot they start in, but when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On first and goal, Howard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They get it to him running left. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And here comes the Texans now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Green the line! Green the line!
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Watson now to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Griffin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And Watson's going to throw it here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it and avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Watson dumps it complete to Miller. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that. And we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The toss running left. That's Howard. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And Charles, in this one, the 4th quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch. Have an all-white